Hello Natalia, great to meet you here and talk about our ideas of Dotput. Good news, we bring solutions about developing IT platform and something further today. Before we officially start, just briefly let me bring you to go through today's content. Firstly, we spot issues behind by structuring a rich picture, identify opportunities of problem solving using business model canvas, and then propose IT survey acquisition strategy based on externalities. Specifically, we recommend you to purchase 65 services per month, maximizing profits and helping sufficient dogs at the same time. Apart from that, in the short term, we recommend Dogpoo to build brand through social media, and in the long term, to develop sustainability by creating new revenue streams and empowering local communities. Let's look at rich picture first. It illustrates current situation facing business. We've highlighted risks in red and opportunities in blue. You can clearly see linkage between factors and force inside business process. Notably, Dotpoo is built on customer relationship, which is based on the channel Facebook, but it's vulnerable, requiring lots of individual labor if you was to control all things in the group. As for its functionality, it's just for grouping customers and is likely to lead to free services and limit further expansion of the business. Another issue lies in the lack of revenue resource. Currently, Dotpoo only make profits from initial membership fees. After we recognize these main issues, we could support something to integrate customer data for more effective management and for the monetization. These ideas have been drawn in blue and we'll discuss later.
Dogpool connects people, and through the dog sharing builds community. Creating value for dogs will require more care and attention whilst the owners are at work or otherwise occupied, relieving the owner's burden. And for people that Dog Company offers help and support to. NDOs may be elderly, and in the comfort and activities they gain from the dogs, provide for the dogs who need it most. Looking forward, as the user base grows, a balance between NDOs and DOs may create the most synergy and value for Dogpool. This DP community is built on trust, offering accessible and secure dog sharing as the customers are screened by yourself, Natalia, and held to account by the Facebook group. There are network effects as more people join DP and have positive experiences. The business can grow by word of mouth as customers recommend the dog sharing to their friends and generate DP loyalty. The negative reviews threaten customer loss. DP is the leader in this market and customers buy into your passion project, Natalia. Focusing on these customer relationships as the business grows can be a sustainable competitive advantage. Building on this community, the customer lifetime value may be more important than immediate profits. If all demand is catered for by DP's expansion, growth will be faster, more value created over the years, and more dogs cared for. The private Facebook group, as great a free, accessible resource as it is, will not be sufficient in the long run. Where services by Facebook may change, a large user base will demand more organised groups, and the burden of vetting customers will be too much for you, Natalia. The mobile app opportunities offers to vastly expand the dog sharing business. Revenue streams outside of subscriptions can be gained from sponsorship and advertising. If you think that this does not damage the customer experience too much, it would lead to greater exposures for the company. Developing a mobile application requires the acquisition of servers to cater for the growing demand from dog sharers.
Following on from the preliminary analysis of Dogpool, of the rich picture and the business model canvas, it is clear that analytics can be used as a quick win for you, Natalia, to investigate the viability of a mobile app for Dogpool that would replace the Facebook group. As apps need server space to store data, we have developed a model and a simulation that will help answer the important question: how many servers should the company rent? This decision will impact on profit and customers, as more servers accommodate more customer accounts, but unused servers, on the other hand, are costly. A shortage of servers might also create negative word of mouth, with dissatisfied dog owners taking their business elsewhere. This model we've created for you considers the inputs, processes and outputs identified in the dependency diagram and automatically calculates how the addition of new servers each month changes profit, total users and unmet demand, based on the estimates that new user demand is expected to grow at 64% each month. This graph shows that as the number of servers increase, so does profit, but only up to a peak of about 65 servers. Optimizing profit with this number of servers would result in a yearly profit of approximately £269,000 and a total revenue of £643,000. Considering that your main passion is supporting and helping as many dogs as possible, Natalia, we don't see much benefit in you operating with less than 65 servers, as it restricts the number of dogs helped and also profit. Likewise, we recognise that you prefer the dogs rather than the money made from Dogpool. With this figure of adding 65 servers a month, there will be 39,000 customers by month 12, but by increasing the number of server additions to 100 each month, profit would still be £195,000, with 58,500 users by the end of the year. The addition of 135 servers a month is the most you can do while still making a profit, and with this figure you'd gain an additional 400 users. But this figure is smaller because we forecast that there will be no unmet demand. Therefore, the key takeaway for you, Natalia, is that adding 65 servers a month is the best for optimizing profit, but you may be able to help more people if you add more servers. An approach of growing fast now with more servers may be very important. If our evaluation of unmet demand is not accurate, can we afford to turn these people away? Thinking more long term may help with future cash flow, future number of users, and will evidently support more dogs. Scaling up as soon as possible could help through network effects, economies of scale, and the ignition of Dogpool.
With this in mind, we have to make clear that this 64% growth rate is just a forecast. We have developed a simulation to include Greece and Chris's growth forecast, which are a 10% chance of a 60% demand increase month on month, 30% of a 62% increase, 40% of a 64% increase, the current level, and a 20% chance of a 65% increase. We have incorporated this demand uncertainty into the model to create a simulation, which creates a randomly generated demand increase for each month. We will share this with you, Natalia, but by turning the simulation on and using the F9 key, you will be able to run new simulations by recalculating Excel to help you understand the impact of uncertainty around demand. As these uncertainties are fairly narrow, they do not change what we showed you on the previous slide, Natalia. The shape of the graph remains the same. However, we must also make you aware of what happens to this graph if Chris and Grace forecasts are widely off. These two graphs show different ends of the spectrum. What if demand growth is just 5% per month, or what if it's 120% per month? As you can see, this has a dramatic impact on the relationship between the number of servers and profit. Therefore, our modeling must continue to take account of new information as it comes in.
In the last section, our team would like to give some recommendations to Dogpool. Based on McKinsey's 3 horizons of growth, the growth in innovation could be categorized for 3 stages. At the stage of Horizon 1, we think Dogpool could promote its services through other channels, instead of staying at Facebook community. Story sharing on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and so on could possibly raise brand awareness and bring more potential customers. Moreover, Dogpool should build its own app or website to avoid any restriction on Facebook in the future. The Dogpool could design like Tinder or other dating apps. Non-dog owners could use filters to find their preferred breed or size of dogs. And Dogpool could also offer registered dogs a GPS or AirTag in case they are missing during the walk. Technology could really support for both dog owners and non-dog owners to gain the market share for Dogpool. Horizon 2. Subscription could be launched, and Dogpool should more focuses on sponsorships. Dogpool could use sponsorships like food brands, pet shops, and pet beauty salons to build a local community. At the stage of Horizon 3, Dogpool might launch a dog training school to serve offline customers. It could not only bring more new revenue for Dogpool, but also be a venue to bring dogs for both dog owners and non-dog owners to avoid in-person connect. Thank you for listening.